Perfect. So it's 7 and 2 minutes past. So I think we will start the session now because I don't want to tax the people who have joined earlier. So this is the start for today's topic. So today's topic is future of manufacturing and production. So before we start, being the host for this entire webinar series and for today, I would love to introduce myself. I'm Ankita Thakkar. I'm from Education Street. I'm founder of Education Street. I'm myself an IT engineer. Post that, I worked as a software engineer with Tech Mahindra. I then gave my GMAT and went for my MBA ahead after work experience to University of Leeds, London, UK. And there I specialized in finance, and along with it, I also did diploma in counseling from UK Council. And I never knew that is going to be my major forte. But after that, also I got recruited by British Petroleum in London, and I worked there for a year and a half in London with a very nice job with very good exposure and stuff. 2010, I found what I really wanted to do, and that was counseling, advising, and mentoring students. And hence, I left my job and I returned back in 2010 to start Education Street. That's been my journey so far, and from 2010 to 2020, that's what I've been doing. 10 glorious years of being with students, being with the community, helping them, advising them, sending them to various countries for their masters, undergrads, and PhDs. So this is my journey, and that's how I come to you that I've been doing this webinar series because I realize a lot of students are unclear of what lies in their specialization or their career paths. So among all the 10-12 topics that I covered, now today the seminar is for future of manufacturing and production. So the agenda for today is very crisp and clear. We are going to talk about manufacturing and production, but of course, as I always say, my purpose for this webinar is to enlighten you with the latest trends, technologies, and the future of that area. And that's what I promise, and that's what I'm going to deliver. So I'm going to talk about Industry 4.0. I'll let you know what it is about. Smart manufacturing and factories, industrial IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, blockchain in manufacturing, jobs and salaries, and profile building, which is a major purpose why you should all be looking forward for to build your career. So this is the entire agenda, and as the first thing which I want to cover is Industry 4.0. Manufacturing and production has been in the area for year on year. It is all what we have seen. Everything that we use is where something or the other has been manufactured and produced in a better way. Right from buttons to pens to drawers to our laptops, our medicines, every area, our earrings, every area is where manufacturing is in process. So that is why this is the most traditional and a backbone of everything. But this backbone and this industry and this manufacturing area is now seeing progression. So in front of you, you see there was first starting of industrial revolution, which was 1.0, which is mechanization, steam, and water power. That is exactly when engines were made, steams were used, like our first railways and stuff, how steam power was used, water power was used when electricity was not in picture. Then came a major revolution, that was Industry 2.0. Now 2.0 was basically with introduction of electricity, invention of electricity. Everything started to run faster, and hence mass production was a valuable proposition, and that was the second industrial revolution. The third industrial revolution, which we all know about, is basically how electronics came in picture, how embedded systems, how IT systems, how machines were connected and stuff, and IT automation. That was Industry 3.0. That's what we all have seen. But now we have entered Industry 4.0. And we all should know, maybe you're from mechanical engineering or you're from any area but interested in manufacturing, want to start something of your own as a production, or want to work in this area, you should thoroughly study industry 4.0, because that's what the norms are for the entire manufacturing units across the globe, may it be in Asia, may it be in America, may it be in any continent. 4.0 is the next future. Why? Because it involves cyber physical systems, basically nothing very hanky. But as we have now moved to 5G or moving to 5G, as we are moving to more machine to machine communication, more intelligence towards machines, things are going to be different. So, as I have mentioned, Industry 4.0 is a blend of advanced analytics, big data, robotics, automation, AI, and Internet of Things, and process digitization across the business value chain. So, all my entire series, I have spoken about data science, I've spoken about blockchain technology, I have spoken about IoT, embedded systems, 5G. All this put together is going to bring the major revolution in industry, and which is Industry 4.0. So if you are from mechanical engineering or production or biotechnology or wherever you are, but you want to go and make your career in manufacturing and production, this is your guideline. This is where you need to learn. So all the skills which I just mentioned, analytics, big data, robotics, AI, ML, IoT, these are all the areas of specialization. Hence, when I spoke about data science and other things in my earlier webinars, I stressed so much on how this is going to be utilized every damn thing. There is no damn application or domain which is going to be free of this, because the applications are so strong that they see a lot of benefit due to it. So I will dwell more on Industry 4.0 for you. So it is an onset right now, so it is a major buzzword. In fact, McKinsey predicts if Indian industry adopts 4.0, operating profits would go as high as 40%, guys, and it would also involve 10% less of capital required as compared to today. Industries are majorly highly capital intensive, and if even 10% is saved, it is a very big thing. And then why would an industry not move towards Industry 4.0? And hence you should be prepared and geared for it. So basically, Industry 4.0 is going to lead towards smart manufacturing, smart factories. So in this case, already a lot of sectors have started to use it. FMCG, telecom, healthcare, many of these industries have started to use smart manufacturing because there are a lot of benefits. It brings efficiency to the manufacturing unit, it brings rapid innovations, better customer experience, reduced cost of the overall manufacturing production, improved supply chain, and more profits. We all want that, don't we? So in this case, smart manufacturing have some technology pillars: cybersecurity, cloud computing, mobile technologies, machine to machine interaction, 3D printing, advanced robotics, big data, Internet of Things, RFID, and cognitive computing. So guys, we all think all these areas are for software engineers. No more. It is for every kind of engineer. It is for every kind of bachelors, that they need to have an understanding towards this, because we all are looking out for a new revolution which is there. And with the current mindset and the current situation that we have been placed into, we have seen that the entire industry have come to standstill. Why? Because it is dependent on human, it is dependent on the risk which it brings due to humans and stuff. And we have all realized that now, if the industries are more smarter, factories are more smarter, the production would have not got hampered, the supply chain would have not got hampered. And hence, this lockdown, this quarantine, this crisis has given more and more emphasis towards smart manufacturing. And hence, it is going to be there, and there is no chance that you can miss this boat. So the benefits are already very high. So as few things which I want to highlight here is the advanced analytics would help to enhance production capacity and its quality. There would be predictive and prevention of maintenance and machines. That is why that is going to be very big thing. Would shorten production cycle due to intelligent machines. IoT is basically connected machines, machine to machine communication with embedded systems and sensors being in each system. This I have already covered in my embedded system session, wherein you have realized that every mobile, every machine is now going to have sensors, and there is going to be intelligence behind, and they would start interacting with each other. So this is how manufacturing is moving and progressing ahead. So what is the future smart factory? Manufacturing is being predicted as a next industrial revolution or industry 4.0, and as with many other advances throughout recent years, it all has to do with technology connectivity and the advances in the contextualization of data. This is nothing very difficult to understand. What I want to bring here is that with the advancement of industries, with the advancement of technologies, now with 5G being around the corner, there is going to be more and more devices which are going to be utilized because of IoT, Internet of Things. There is going to be more connectivity, better and faster connectivity, and hence these machines or these devices are going to cover and collect a lot of data. With this data and with big data, data analytics as concepts, there is going to be more smarter decision, smarter strategy, because they will analyze the pattern and get to the best result. So this is where the future is. So the factory of the future. So as you see in the picture, there are so many things which are going to be new in this industry 4.0. There is going to be use of predictive machine analytics. So with data, guys, there is already going to be a system which will tell you that machine B is going to crack because it's about time. That is how the history has mentioned or the history has seen. So there is going to be proper calculation, and you would be able to carry the maintenance of it before it crashes. So reduced downtime of the entire production. There is going to be computer vision. So now quality assurance is done by humans. However, there would be computer vision which will visualize the product and see the quality of the product and give a uniform product, and if any deviation in that product, it would be highlighted, so better results and better tasks and better changes can be made. There are IoT sensors for supply chain management. I spoke about supply chain management in my yesterday's session. I took an entire session on it, so I don't want to repeat that. But supply chain management is going to get smarter and smarter because of IoT, because of blockchain technology and lot of aspects. There are going to be unmanned trucks. We have all seen that there is going to be cars which are going to be more smarter. There are going to be driverless cars. We have already seen they are in the market, and hence transportation industry is also going to see a huge change in it. Wearables are going to be a very big market, which is already covered in electronic systems and in embedded systems. Basically, wearables are what you wear in your car, as a watch or as a glasses in your body. So like normally they give you a feedback on your heart rates, your steps, your kilometers, and lot of these aspects. So wearables are also going to be there so that the company can note down and see how the movement of resources is happening. So apart from that, there are going to be cobots. So as I have spoken earlier on robotics webinar, cobots are basically people and intelligent machines who are going to carry work. Like suppose from A to B, if you have to shift things, it is cobot who can do that, and hence there would be lesser requirement of people. Now, does that scare you? It does me that a lot of human resources are going to be eliminated because of industry 4.0. However, However, it is said that it is not going to be so. In fact, there would be more number of jobs for more strategy and more other marketing and sales jobs. So that is where they say that it is going to be well covered and well in this case. So cobots are going to be in picture. Blockchain technology, as I said, is going to be the next revolution for a lot of industries. So what it is, we have covered earlier also yesterday in my supply chain management. So you can go back and refer to that. So the factory of the future is going to be really, really rapid. It is going to help a lot of people, a lot of industry to do a lot of job on their own. And this thing, I have to give you this example of Fanuc, which is a Japanese company. I hope you all know it because it is one of the company which always make news because their processes and their technology is at another level. Indians right now are not even close to this. So you see that there are a lot of scope for you to bring those technologies and get a lot of industries revolutionized with the technology aspect. So Fanuc since 2001 basically has unsupervised production. So basically there is no human. You can see in the picture the entire systems are working on their own. Almost a month to go and no one is needed to visit the systems. Now of course there is monitoring of these system. Of course there is other targets, other sales, other marketing and other jobs which are created more because now the production is smooth. So there need to be someone who need to sell those products as well. So you do not worry about the job market, but this is where revolution is going to make the system, design the system, empower the system. There is always someone as there's only a human who can do that. So this Fanuc as a company produces robots. So robots are only working towards to make robots. You will be surprised that this is unsupervised. There are a lot of benefits which the industry save money on because there is no lights. So basically the entire production unit has lights off. That is something which I found very unique. They also have no air conditions and stuff because there's no human, so there's no one who's feeling hot. So they save a lot of electricity and power, and that is how a lot of savings come to them. As there are lesser downtimes, as there is better data and everything, the profitability of the company is very, very high. It is a food for thought. Also a curious mind should go and read about Fanuc because you would know that we are far behind. Our textbooks are far behind, which has really not even covered that where the industries, where the manufacturing and where the production units are moving. We are still around doing the same old traditional way, but the world has moved, and hence it is better that we are aware of it and we move as fast and as quickly as possible. So this is about Fanuc. Now as I have to speak about few technologies and skills which are bringing this revolution in industry 4.0, the first one is industrial IoT, basically IIoT. So industrial internet of things is the use of IoT in industrial sectors like manufacturing, logistics, supply chain. What is IoT? I have already covered, but just to brief you in short, basically all the devices, may it be a mobile, may it be a laptop, may it be a machine, may it be a assembly line, any of it, they all would be now fitted with a sensor. Now with 5G and with wireless technology, we would have communication from them, hence we would be having data from them, and hence there would be machine to machine communication. So there would be wireless sensors, there would be machine to machine communication. All this data is going to be stored in cloud computing. With this data, we are going to run machine learning technologies, hence we would have intelligent machines, we would derive data, we would derive strategies, and at the end, of course, a lot of this technology is going to be Bluetooth enabled, so low on energy, and hence a lot of these technologies are very popular. If you are thinking to get into manufacturing and uh, industries, you have a lot of scope of actually starting your own line of production or working for industries which are doing this, if you have been uh, if you make yourself capable by learning these skills. So the IoT in manufacturing market size is projected to grow from USD 12 billion in 2017 to USD 45 billion by 2022, at a compound annual growth rate of 29% during the forecast period of 17 to 22. So guys, I hope you realize the immense importance of this market. Also hope you understand that how vast this field is, and the major issue with this is that there is dearth of people, because we all come out as engineers, as mechanical engineers or production engineers or material engineers. However, we come out with outdated information. This is even not even mentioned in our textbooks, because unfortunately our education system is quite outdated. But you have to be aware, this is an excuse. I just read today that I became stronger the moment I stopped finding excuses. So I need to be part of solutions. So hope so you realize that and pick your tools and get ready for it. The next skill set which is very important and growing is AI and machine learning. So ML and AI is a common thing. If you see the picture, there is a warning that machine 1 will fail in the next 4 days. Just imagine, guy, that you are working as a unit manager or a plant manager, and you already know that there is going to be a main machine which is going to fail in next 4 days. Eventually, what I will do is, basically I would recommend a scheduled repair. I would involve order repairs. I would involve the engineers to make the maintenance of that machine, so that on the 4th day I do not have that machine go down and I waste my time. Now this is predictive analysis of maintenance. Don't you think, guys, that this is very powerful? I think this is going to be really, really the next requirement, and the basic and the fundamental requirement, because that's how we are going and that's how we are moving further. AI and ML, we always think it is only for software engineers or technology people. No, now as I show you the importance, it is required by any kind of engineers. The benefits of AI and ML is that faster product development, improvised supply chain, better customer service, reduced cost, zero downtime because you would know when to maintain, and predicted maintenance. So this is how AI and ML brings in a very good opportunity for you. How does this happen, guys? This is basically because of technology like AI and ML, wherein each machine in your unit or your plant is feeded with data, which is feeded with machine to machine communication because of IoT and 5G and connectivity and sensors, and hence there is right information which is pulled by data analytics and big data, and this is why a plant manager gets the information or warning way before the actual downtime comes. So this is the beauty of this, and no one can deny that we need this, because we all need products to be cheaper, we all need products to be produced in mass, we all need products to reach the customer as soon as possible. If this cycle is compromised at any level, or the any node or link in the supply chain is compromised, it is going to impact the industry a lot. So this is the importance of AI and ML. Now coming with blockchain technology in supply chain, this is what I already covered yesterday, but for the new joinees of the webinar, I would like to give you a heads up on blockchain technology. Blockchain technology basically is centralized database. So in this case, I have an example for you, like a food chain. So in this case, there's a lot of entities in food chain, and the major issue of food chain is that the food is perishable. A contaminated food destroys a lot of profits and a lot of revenue, and also the name and the customer is lost. So in this case, as you see, there's a farmer which produce tomatoes, so suppose a ketchup as an example, a processor which makes a puree, manufacturer which actually comes out with the final ketchup as a product, a regulator which checks whether the product is made as per the regulations. Then there is transportation, which actually takes the ketchup to all the retail stores across the globe. Then the consumer, which buys the product and takes it home. So there you see that an entire ketchup production or the ketchup bottle to come to your home, there are minimum 8 entities in between, and there are minimum people from 30 to 100 who are dealing with it for that product to reach you. Now, how long is this food chain? And if this food which or this ketchup comes contaminated, it is going to be a huge loss, because you lost the customer. Not only that, but he's never ever going to buy that product again. So it is going to cost a lot to the company. So in this case, what happens now is every entity that I spoke about makes their own ledger or their own database. But now with blockchain technology, it is going to be a centralized database. So a farmer, when it produces the tomatoes, will put in the data in the blockchain network. Same goes when the puree is made, when the ketchup is made, when the regulator gives a stamp of the expiry date, when the transporter carries the ketchup bottles, XYZ. So there is no duplication of the copies. There is only one copy. So there is immense trust, because no one can change or do any fraud in any dates or any kind of thing. So it is best to trace how this chain has worked, and hence it gives a faster connectivity in the food chain. So this makes it difficult. So that is why it is very, very important, and blockchain is a new revolution in the entire supply chain management and the production and manufacturers. The demand for increased speed, high volume, and cheaper consumption is increasing with each passing day. This makes it difficult for manufacturers to find where the different parts of their products come from. Powerful supply chain is the outcome with the use of this technology. So as I said, if the food or the ketchup comes contaminated, they would be able to identify from which lot this has happened. So this will help them to take better actions and penalize the candidate or the stakeholder which caused it. So this makes manufacturers more powerful. I spoke about new technologies, IoT, I spoke about AI, ML, big data, I spoke about blockchain technology. However, of course, these are the new trends which I want you to be equipped with. But the traditional theories in manufacturing are going nowhere. You need to learn them as well. You need to know about them as well. There are a lot of certifications in manufacturing. So if you are interested, you should start with these certifications, and that is what my suggestion would be for you. A lot of certifications in TQM, so total quality management, TPM, total productive maintenance. There is just-in-time theory, lean, Kaizen, industrial engineering, which also I have covered already in my webinar 3 days back, preventive maintenance, value engineering, and workplace management system. So if I am someone who's very, very interested towards this industry, I waste no time further. Whichever semester I'm into, I start the certification. There are beginners level, there are moderate, and there are advanced. So as I explore myself with various theories and philosophies in manufacturing, I would be able to decide what I like and what I dislike. And at the end, the outcome would be that I would choose better what I want to do in my career further. So that is why I bring you these concepts. Now coming to it, that I want to give this as a food for thought, because you all need to think this. China is known as factory for world. We all know that. In fact, in this current turmoil, we have got to know better that how so many companies, so many industries, so many products come only from China. So all this has boiled down that it is surely a factory for world. If you see among the top 10 countries for global manufacturing, guys, China has constitutes almost 30% of the manufacturing. It is a superpower in all means. United States is 16%, Japan is 7%, Germany is 5%, South Korea is 3%, and India is 3%. So you see that we are nowhere close to China, and hence it is a biggest market, it is a biggest player in manufacturing world. And have you ever thought that why is it that China is so good? Of course there are a lot of reasons, how much ever we dislike, but the world is dependent on them. How much we want to fight and argue with their policies and their ruthless authorities and stuff, but they are superior in manufacturing. And if we want to change the game, all the mechanical engineers, all the production engineers need to think this as a opportunity and challenge. If you want to change this, because now currently the world has seen that China is no more a friend, so they all want to shift their opportunities, their production to other country, and could be India can benefit out of it. But our democracy, our rules, our mindsets, our lot of issues in our country which stops us to be the best producer, the best manufacturer. But if you as the youth, if you as the fundamental people who are going to take charge of the manufacturing in future, you can see this as an opportunity that the coming years is going to see already government have started to entice a lot of factories to come down to India, because they will give good taxation policies and stuff. So I see manufacturing going to be a very big industry and job market for lot of people. But you will be able to do the best if you are equipped with right skills. So this is how China is something which I think you should think about. The salaries in manufacturing, of course there are varied kind of manufacturing. As I said, there are so many industries. Everything that we hold, everything that we see is being manufactured, right from food, automotive, pharmaceutical, food and beverage, medical device, aerospace, every industry there is. So typically the salaries range from $57,000 to $75,000. That is what you can expect as being a mechanical or a production engineer. If you really want to earn more, if you really want to take charge of more complicated jobs, you need to have the skills right. So skills required in manufacturing, the skills required for the future factory, the smart manufacturing are these: cloud computing, data analytics, machine learning, cybersecurity, robotics, blockchain. This is industry 4.0 skills. So if I want to be the same, I want to be the traditional guy, I would sit and be abiding to the textbooks that I'm doing. But I'm sure it will not help you to raise or rise your skill set. So it is better that you start now and explore few of them. And at this I would like to have a summation over the 4.0 thing. So as a concluding thoughts, the traditional and the industry 4.0 manufacturing. The process of traditional is rigid and manual. We have a lot of manual production right now. However, industry 4.0 is going to be more agile and automated. The products are going to be standardized, whereas industry 4.0 is going to be personalized and customized. The scale of factories, large factories at centralized locations. Now we can have small factories at decentralized locations. Supply chain is going to be stock based planning, but in industry 4.0, because our supply chain is going to be smarter because of blockchain and everything, it is going to be dynamic and predictive. The success metric is going to be low cost, high efficiency, but here it is going to be high return on capital employed. The client relationship in the entire industry is basically low and indirect, but in 4.0 it is going to be very high and direct. So that is why this is the norm for all mechanical and production engineer, that you need to abide to industry 4.0. The best way to go further is to do a master's. Of course, the immediate and the solution that you need to start with is certification courses, internships in the areas which are I spoke to you. It could be IoT, it could be big data, it could be analytics, it could be industrial engineering. All these are the areas which you should start exploring. So each semester matters, guys. In case if you do nothing and by the end of your engineering you come out, you might have a job, but you might have a compromising job. So it all matters what you do in each semester. So I hope you take it as a challenge and bring it on. And hence we would love to be that guiding, that helping, that career advisor and a mentor to build your profile. PBM is a service that we offer to all students, and it's almost been 10 years, and with huge experience and exploration, Education Street is one of the master in profile building mentoring. So who is PBM for? What is PBM? PBM is an intensive and customized mentoring program designed to provide you with skills and advantages you need to find a good job or university admission after your bachelor's. So either you rise up now or risk it all. That's what I would say. But if you want to be a riser, this is the time that you rise. This is the time you gather your bits. You will wait for this reasons like or excuses like, oh, now it's locked down, oh, it is now going to be very low, the economy is going to be very low. It doesn't mean anything. If you give excuses, you will get nothing. But if you work for solutions, you're going to get a very good job or an university admission. So what do we offer in PBM? We offer you the right exposure to skills. So if I have someone, we need to sit back with you and decide what skills are going to be the best for you. We will expose you to those skills with right roadmap of time. We will pick the right technical learnings for you. Choosing a right course and certificate, industry trends. So that's what I've been doing in every webinar of mine. That what are the trends? We need to know the future. Internships, we will help you to get internships. We will be connecting you with entrepreneurship club wherein you can talk to the people who are actually making the difference, and at the end your resume is going to be the most powerful outcome of which. So this is what PBM offers, guys, and I hope this is what you need to do and this is your strategy. This should be your development ahead. Who is PBM for? It is for everybody. It is for people who want to rise. It is for people who want to stand tall and see far. It is from all students in engineering. It is for currently enrolled students who have finished engineering or any bachelors or engineers who want to switch field. So in case if you are from IT and you want to switch to manufacturing or vice versa, it is possible. Do not compromise. Everything is possible, but you have to take charge for it. So the outcome which we have given to all the PBM joiners and attendees are power pack skills. We help them to identify what they should do after bachelor's. They have become job relevant automatically because they have exposed themselves with varied skills. They have good admissions with good scholarships in worldwide universities because their profiles shine among all others. And at the end, they're so high on confidence and they're so clear on their thoughts that they actually are aware what they want to do in their career ahead. So this is unleashing your shine, guys, and the outcome is way more than what we are thinking right now. And with this offer, we also have another offer for you, that anywhere, it is for any time in your bachelor's, early the best. The cost normally is 10,000, but our offer price right now is just 7,000, and I feel this is a real value for the amount of work and efforts that we're going to put behind you. The PBM works in 3 steps. The first thing is that I would be there with my senior counselors helping you for a primary profile counseling, wherein it would be a 1-hour session on phone or on a video chat, wherever you are, to define what you are about. After which I will come up with a roadmap for next 3 months, because we can't trust you more than that, because normally we tend to lose focus. So there's going to be continuous monitoring over that. So we will list skills, certifications, internships and activities to capitalize in your profile. Like we have people wherein we have identified that they might be good in nutrition, they might be good in TQM, lean philosophy, Kaizen, but there are so many things out there to go and pick from. So confusion does a major deterrent to the students to start point. And also there are a lot of people who fall into wrong academies and get wrong things. So we work on that, and at the end we keep building this process is continuous, and we keep iterating on you. We keep doing it every 2 to 3 months. So that's how PBM is rigorous and how it is continuation of your entire bachelor duration. We have few questions which students normally ask for us, and hence I would like to run through those. First, lot of courses and certification available online. What will you do extra in this? Exactly, you answered me. Loads of options. The moment I go on finding certifications on TQM, I almost have hundreds of them. Confusion max, but we need to choose the right fit applicable to you. Surely expertise is required, and hence PBM. The price is for entire duration. Education Street charges nothing further on it. So it is going to be for your entire duration of your bachelor's, maybe it a year or 2 or 3 or 4. Payments for courses and training selected for you would be separate. So of course, with certifications you select, those prices are going to be separate. How do we deliver it? Technology, we have seen, is the major game player right now. So we will be using that. Video chats, face-to-face, webinars from industry speakers, emails and phone calls is what we are going to use as varied communication avenues. And you would be given the best support that you need. If you are in Mumbai, of course, we would like to see you face on, because we have 3 offices in Mumbai, in Mulund, Vashi and Vile-Parle. So along with PBM, we also offer counseling for studying abroad. So either you're looking for MBA in supply chain or masters in supply chain or masters in production, manufacturing, or whatever you're looking out for. We do counseling for varied countries, may it be UK, Australia, US, Germany, Ireland, New Zealand, France, Netherlands, Europe, you name it, and we support you. So counseling and coaching and visa is also what we do, and we have complete expert matter to help you and achieve your best possible goal. Finally, we have a certificate of appreciation for each one you of being today's webinar attendee. We have been doing this for all the webinar series that we are doing. Tomorrow we have automobile. So whoever interested, we would love to see you there and on board there. So this certificate is going to come in your inbox very soon. It takes almost 2 to 3 days. So do not worry, you are covered. In case if you don't get it, please email me. We would love if you can tag us at Education Street, because we would love to see the feedback and the response, and we go stronger due to it. We would courier your hard copy in case if you tag us, because that gives us more motivation. Thank you guys for being there for today's webinars, and we would surely like to hear from you. If you want to write to me one-on-one, you can email me at ankita@educationstreet.in. My contact number is given there, and our website is basically educationstreet.in. Please shower us some love. We would love to be connected to you. So please like me on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube handle at Education Street. This is where I will be able to give you an idea of a future upcoming events, webinar speakers. We have a lot of internship opportunities and stuff coming for you. So Mulund, Vashi and Vile-Parle are my 3 physical offices in Mumbai. Whereas it doesn't matter wherever you are, we are currently and always been supporting students from everywhere around the world. May it be Kashmir, may it be Madhya Pradesh, may it be any region. So hope so you liked the session for today and it was interesting and served the purpose. I would really appreciate if you can give me your feedback on this.